Hello. So this past week, you guys looked at personality across the lifespan. Erik Erikson is one of my favorite theorists. I really like him because he covers the whole lifespan and really focuses on social emotional development. Is his theory ideal? Probably not. We're really lucky that we are always learning and we're able to tweak things. There are people out there who are examining Erik Erikson's work and critiquing it and making adjustments as needed. As many of you pointed out, Erikson's work is linear, but it can also be cyclical. You can skip a stage and then maybe go back and gain those skills later in life. For example, maybe you were an infant who had amazing care and you developed trust, but then as you got older, you suffered some sort of trauma that then caused you to develop mistrust. You can go back and then rework through those stages. Or vice versa. Maybe you had pathogenic care as an infant and you didn't develop trust, but later you met a teacher, a coach, somebody who helped you develop trust. And so you've been able to regain those skills that you lost in that stage. So I just really think it's kind of interesting to think about how Erik Erikson's stages were linear, but also we can move in and out of stages. This chapter also covers life narratives. Life narratives are what do we learn about ourselves and how do we convey those narratives. As a therapist, we use narratives a lot because we have to know what people think about themselves in order for them to understand how they convey that to others. It's also good to put words to our experiences, either good or bad. They make us who we are, and that comes out regardless if we try to stuff it or not. So some questions to think about. Does your life narrative align with what you know about yourself? Again, to kind of think about life narratives, think about the movie Forrest Gump. That's a great example of what we're talking about. How does your life narrative affect things like your partner selection? How does it align with your upbringing? So examples, do you know someone who acts like they're the best at something? They're the best parent, the best, CEO, the best basketball player, best football player, but they really aren't. Why is this? Why doesn't what they think about themselves match what reality is? Do you know someone who is the kindest person, but they didn't receive that kind of love and care growing up? So just think about these things and think about how that may match with your own life and your own life narrative. Have a great week.